everybody. Good morning. So today we're doing our Hatha yoga class, and all you will need is a block or a thick book. Once you have your prop, we're going to be sitting on it on its lowest height in just a gentle cross-legged position with our knees in a downward slant. And then just take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, and come in to find your center, a place where you draw your power from. Letting the outside world fall away. Take a moment to, as you're breathing, relax through the jaw. Relax through the shoulder blades. And to release any hold you have in your belly. So if you're holding your belly in while you're breathing, just let it fully expand with your inhale. And exhale, maybe have your hand on your belly just to feel how it moves without any holds. And as you're sitting here breathing, I will talk about the Manipura chakra, which is our theme this week. The Manipura chakra, also known as the solar plexus chakra, governs courage, power, expression, and selflessness. So the abdomen is the furnace of the body, a source of scintillating energy singled out in yoga practice as the plexus of personal power. The abdomen is the source of digestive fire and of yogic fire. It is command, influence, and self-will. The adrenal glands sit in the back of the solar plexus and have considerable sway over the body's biological rhythms. The adrenal glands are part of the hormonal system and are where instinctual impulses relating to survival get carried out. They govern our fight, flight, or freeze. There is also a ganglion of nerves, a neurological train resembling a necklace of jewels. These nerves drape against the iliopsoas muscles, the abdominal aorta, and the anterior spine. It is a pepsitory of magnificent power sitting here, and it rules over the body's innermost will to live. So let's take 3 more full breaths in and out. With your awareness sitting at the solar plexus. It's kind of a tender spot right between the bottom of your ribs. After your last exhale, let's inhale, open our arms in T position, sitting up nice and tall. And as you exhale, hug yourself, wrapping your hands around you, pausing, and then just breathing, letting your shoulder blades open. Full breaths, let the belly expand. And inhale, open the arms. Exhale, crossing the other arm over top. Again, hugging in, nice and close. Breathing through the shoulder blades. And then reach your right hand straight up above the head, bend the elbow and bring the fingertips between the shoulder blades. Left hand comes up to the right elbow and then open the heart up to the sky, breathing. Trying to keep your gaze lifted. Jaw is relaxed, tongue is away from the roof of the mouth. Releasing all, coming back to T position with the arms. Left arm comes straight up, bends at the elbow. Fingertips come down between the shoulder blades. Right hand to the elbow. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the heart, and breathe. And then slowly release back down. Plant your left hand into the ground beside you. And we're going to draw giant circles with our right arm. As big as you can get them, nice and slow, so that you can feel a stretch through the armpit, through their minor pectoral muscles. Wide, open that side body, open those armpits, breathing. One more time. And come back to center. Plant the right hand into the ground. Start to sweep the left arm around. Giant circles. Don't forget to breathe. One more time. And then coming back up. Lean yourself forward off of your block. And we're going to be coming up to our feet. Into Tadasana. So at the top of your mat, planting your feet in hip distance apart. And we're going to start to swing our hands from side to side. Not really focusing on much here. We're just letting our hands be heavy, twisting from side to side. Couple more times, side to side, zoning out in the movement. And then bring yourself back to center. Hands come to your hips. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot. Ground down to the left foot. Make sure that it's holding your weight. And then we're going to do a couple leg lifts straight out to the side with the right leg. So we'll inhale, exhale, come down. Keep your foot flexed, heart flexed. Straight out to the side, inhale up, exhale down. 2 more. And then bring the foot down, planting it in. Feet are hip distance apart. Shift the weight into your right foot, ground down. Make sure it's got your weight. And then keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. It's okay if you lose your balance. We're just wakening up those strengthening muscles. One more, inhale up, exhale down. And then do a little wiggle of the hips. Feet are again hip distance apart, hands to the hips. We're going to, again, shift the weight into the left foot, slightly bend the left knee, and then bring the right foot up and around in front of you, flex the foot. We're going to draw circles with our right leg around. So your left foot, we're balancing. And then we are circling the right foot back and around. And then back to the front. Finding your drishti on the floor, a spot on the floor in front of you, just to look at to keep you balanced. Don't hold the breath. Nice big circles. And then bring the right foot down. Do a little wiggle to release. Shifting your weight into your right foot. Bend through the right knee. Bring the left foot, angling it in front of you, flexing the foot. Find your balance. And then slowly start to draw circles. All the way back and around. And back to the front. One more time, coming around. Sitting back. And then slowly release. Wiggling those hips. From the top of your mat, let's do a couple sun salutations. So inhale, lift the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift the gaze, looking ahead of you. Plant your hands, step both feet back into high plank. Lower down to the knees, down to the belly. Inhale into up dog or cobra. And exhale, lift the hips, pressing back into down dog. First down dog of the day, walking your heels one at a time. Feeling the backs of the legs opening and breathing deeply. Letting both of your heels come down towards the ground at the same time, keeping a slight bend in the backs of your knees so that your spine is long and straight. 2 more breaths. And then lift the gaze between the hands, step both feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, coming all the way up, lifting. And exhale, back to the heart. Again, inhale, sweeping. Exhale, hinge from the hips, spine straight all the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, step the feet back into high plank. You can lower down to your knees or keeping your elbows pointed back and in towards the body, down to the belly. Inhale into up dog. And then exhale back to down dog for 4 full Ujjayi breaths. Gazing in between your knees or towards your navel. Lift the gaze between the hands, step both feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms, coming all the way up, lifting through heart and belly. And exhale, back to the heart. We're going to do sun salutation B, but first let's bring our feet back to hip distance apart. Bring our hands to the Anjali Mudra over our heart. Roll the shoulder blades down the back body, lifting up through the top of your head. Bringing our mantra into the practice. I am courageous. I take responsibility for my actions. I am courageous. I take responsibility for my actions. Letting those words sink in. to yourself. And then let's move our feet closer together so that the big toes and the big toe mounds press up against each other, but so that there's space between our ankles. Let's inhale, sweep ourselves up, sit back into your chair, and then exhale, straighten the legs, bend forward. Inhale, lift halfway, gaze ahead. Plant your hands, step both feet back into high plank. You can lower down to your knees, and then down to the belly. Inhale into up dog. And exhale back to down dog. Bring your feet into warrior one position. So your left foot is angled out slightly, and you're stepping your right foot between the hands. Heels are lined up. Bend the right knee over the right ankle. Push yourself up to warrior one. Arms straight up to the sky. Breathing one full breath in. And exhale, flow back down. Sweep the right foot back into high plank, lower down to the knees, down to the belly. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. Right foot angles, left foot steps up, heels are lined up, left knee is stacked over the ankle. Push up through the left foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, flow back down. Sweep the left leg back. High plank. Lower down to the belly. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, back to down dog for 4 full breaths. Fingers are spread nice and wide, grounding through the palms of your hands. There's space between your arms and your ears. And then lift the gaze between the hands. Step both feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And then bring those toes, toe mounds back together. Space between your ankles. Sit back into your chair. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, straighten the legs, hands back to the heart. Good, again, bringing the feet back hip distance apart. Grounding down. Slide your right hand down your right side body. Left arm up, opens up and over. Leaning to the right, rolling the chest open to the sky. Breathe into the left side body. Slide yourself back up, lowering the left hand down to the leg. Inhale, right arm up and over. Leaning, sliding the left hand down. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Slight constriction in the back of the throat. And inhale, coming back up. Let's inhale, reach our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. We're going to keep our right foot planted where it is and take a big step back with the left. So you're into a runner's lunge. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. And then when you're ready, push through the right foot, coming up into high lunge, and reach both your arms up to the sky. Full breath, seeing if you can ungrip with your front toes. Relax the jaw, the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Don't hold the breath. And then we're going to open our body. So bring your arms into T position. Drop your left heel down to the ground. Line it up with the right heel into warrior two. So your knee is still stacked over the ankle. And then bring your right elbow down to the leg. Sweep your left fingertips towards the front of the room, palm down, and then press into your right leg to roll the heart to the sky. Full breaths. One more full breath in and out. Bring your arms back up to T position. Sweep your hands back down on either side of your right foot and launch yourself back up. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale again, lifting halfway. Keep your left foot planted. Big step back with the right. So you're in that runner's lunge. Stack left knee over the ankle. And when you're ready, push through your left foot, coming up to high lunge. Breathing up through the top of your head. Breathing strong yogi breaths into your belly. Keeping the fire moving. Keeping the fire stoked. And then we're opening up. So to the right, drop the heel, open the arms up, T position. Heels are lined up. Left knee is still stacked. Warrior two. And then drop the left elbow down to the leg. Sweep the right fingertips up and over. Press into your left elbow. Roll, open the chest. Two more full breaths. Inhale, come back up to T position, and then step back to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up to the heart, and exhale, release the arms. You'll need our block for the next one on its highest height at the front of our mat. And then take a step back from it. So the right side of the block lines up with the inside of your right foot. Remember, you have a full foot in between you and the block. All right, right foot stays planted. Take a small step back with the left. Line the heels up. And back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. This time, legs stay straight. Inhale, open. Exhale, hinge from the hip, pull forward, and let the hand drop. Reaching your left fingertips up to the sky and breathing. Keep reaching out the top of your head. One more breath, in and out. Inhale, let your left hand guide you back up. And then we're going to switch our stance. So keep your right foot where it is and move your left foot up slightly. Heels are still lined up, but your left foot is more angled to the top left corner of your mat. And then square your hips to the front of the room. We're going to take a big breath in, lift up through our heart. Left hand comes down to the block in front of you. Moving it, make sure it's stacked under the left shoulder, wrist under shoulder. Right hand on the right hip. From here, you're going to twist your torso to the right, pressing your right shoulder back, gazing towards the wall. And if you have the space, you can reach your fingertips up to the sky. Strong Ujjayi breath. Right hand comes back down to the right hip. Shift your gaze back down to your left hand. Press through your right foot. Sweep your left arm up and open. And then step back to the front. Other side, so that your left, the inside of your left foot lines up with the outside of the block. Left foot stays planted, right foot steps back, small step, heels line up, back foot's parallel, legs straight. Inhale, open. Exhale, hinge from the hip, pull towards the front of the room, let the hand drop to the leg. Inhale, right fingertips up to the sky, rolling the right collarbone open. Strong breaths. Two more breaths. Right hand guides you back up. And then we're switching our stance. Bring the left foot up, bring the right foot up, angle so that the toes are angled towards the top of the right mat. Heels are still lined up. Square the hips to the front of the room. Left hand can stay on the hip. Right hand comes down, but first inhale, lift. And exhale, right hand plants down in the block. Keep your right hip forward, squared. And then, if it feels good, roll yourself open to the left. And then if you have the space, reaching left fingertips up to the sky. Keep the jaw relaxed and keep breathing. One more breath in and out. Bring the left hip back down to the left hand down to the hip. Switch the gaze down to the hand. Sweep the hand back up and come forward. And we're going to just turn our block still at the highest height in front of us and take a step back. Let's inhale, reach our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hinge, folding forward, bringing your hands to the blocks in front of you. We're just going to hang out here for a few breaths, so let your neck be heavy with gravity. Breathing into the backs of your legs. Inhale, press into the block, straighten through the spine. We're going to use the block for our next one. So keep your hands planted and then ground through your left foot. So the weight's coming into your left foot. From here, we're going to sweep our right foot straight back behind us, keeping your hips level. Don't let the hip roll open. Hips are level, pressing out through your right heel. Lift the gaze and breathe. Keep your chest lifted. Keep pressing. One more breath in and out. And then sweep the right foot back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Give the back of the neck a break. With your next inhale, lift halfway. Hands are grounded. Shift the weight into the right foot. Sweep the left leg straight back. Press out through the heels. Keep the hips level. Lift the gaze and breathe. One more breath, in and out. And let the left foot come back down. Remove the block to the side. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, lift halfway, plant your hands. Step both feet back into high plank. Lower down to the knees. Elbows in, down to the feet. Inhale into up dog. And exhale, lift the hips back to down dog for 2 breaths, in and out. Leave the left foot where it is. Big step up with the right. Lower the left knee down to the ground. Make sure your right ankle is directly below the knee. If it didn't make it, scooch the foot up. And when you're ready, push yourself up. Stretching your hands up to the sky, keeping your belly up and away from the front leg, and breathe. I am courageous. I take responsibility for my actions. One more inhale, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, hands on the inside of the right foot. Heel toe so that the right toes are angled off. Heel is on. And then plant down through the palms of your hands. If you have the space and you'd like to come down to your elbows, you can make your way there. Otherwise, just stay here and breathe. If you're on your elbows, make your way back up to your hands. We're going to heel toe that right foot back in towards the center. Plant both hands on either side. Lift the left knee and sweep back to down dog for 2 breaths, in and out. Other side, right foot stays, left foot steps up. Lower the right knee down to the ground. Make sure that your left knee is over the ankle. When you're ready, push yourself up. Pull the belly away from the leg. Reaching up with a wide arm width. Not straight up, no pinching through the collarbone. Just open so that you can breathe fully. Inhale, reach out through the fingertips. Exhale on the inside of the left foot. Heel toe so that the left toes are angled out. Heel is angled in. And then ground through the palms of your hands. Breathing, stretching. Letting the mind be gentle. The thoughts be gentle. Have the space, you want to move down to your elbows, make your way. One more breath, in and out. And then come back up to your hands if you're on your elbows. Heel toe your left foot back into the center, arms on either side of the foot. We're going to lift our right knee and sweep back to down dog. For 2 more breaths. Lift the gaze. We're going to step our feet up on the outside of our hands. Both feet so that your toes are angled out. Your heel is angled in. And then we're squatting down. If you have any issues, only come halfway, resting your elbows above the knees. Sitting your sit bones all the way down for the rest of us. And then scoot yourself right down in there. Press your elbows into your legs. Draw your hands into your heart. Lift the gaze. Take 5 full belly breaths. Two more slow belly breaths. And then move your neck to the right. Gazing over your right shoulder. Over to the left. Lengthen through the top of your head. One more time to the right. To the left. Bring your hands down to the mat in front of you. Slowly shift your legs back into tabletop. Once you're in tabletop, we're going to do a couple cat-cows. So stack your wrists below the shoulders, knees below hips. Inhale, lift the heart, drop the belly. Exhale, push through the palms, round through the spine. Inhale, coming up. Let the belly expand. Exhale, pull the navel towards the spine. 3 more at your own pace. And return your spine back to neutral. Lift the right hand straight up beside you. Inhale. Exhale, thread under the left. Coming to rest on the shoulder, the side of the temple. Press through your left palm and through the back of your right hand into the ground. Full breaths. Push up through the left hand, coming back to center. Inhale, left hand straight up and out. Exhale, threading under the right, onto the shoulder. Press through the palm of your right hand and through the back of your left hand. Press up through your right hand, coming back to tabletop. So we're going to keep the fire going in our belly. So ground through the palms of your hands and then shift your weight into your right leg, your right knee. Bring your left leg straight back behind you. Flex the foot, press out through the left heel. Left hand stays grounded. Reach your right hand straight out in front of you. Balance and breathe. And then bring yourself back into tabletop, shifting. So your left knee has the weight. Bring your right leg straight back behind you. Press out through the heel and ground through your right palm. When you're ready, left fingertips come out in front. Try to keep your belly lifted, your spine straight, and breathe. slowly come back down. So we're coming up to our knees and sitting back into hero pose. If you have knee issues, then sit onto a block at whichever height works for you. Or if you don't need one, sitting between the heels. Do not force this. If your knees say no, do not try and force it. So take a breath in and out, relaxing the upper body. And then if it feels okay, bring your hands around behind you, leaning back. Take another breath, checking in, constantly checking in. If anything doesn't feel right, then do not force it. Come back out. Wait in child's pose. If you have the space, come down to your elbows. Letting the chin come up towards the roof very slowly. Keep the neck in control. Keep breathing. Keep the heart lifted and pressing towards the sky. Two more breaths. And slowly tuck the chin back into the chest, making your way back up to your hands, bringing yourself forward, hands in front. Come back up to tabletop. Take a moment to plant your toes, stretching your leg back behind you, and just release that posture. And then up to the knees, tucking your toes underneath. Knees are about hip distance apart. Camel pose, but just a modified, gentle camel pose. So palms of the hands come to the lower back, fingertips pointed up. Pressing your elbows towards one another behind you. And then from here, you're lifting up through the top of your head, up through your heart center. And if it feels okay for your lower back, pressing your hips forward. Don't let the neck just fall back. With control, and only if it feels good, gazing up. Continue to breathe strong into your heart. Two more breaths. Lifting through the chest, up through the spine, away from the fingertips. And then slowly tuck the chin first, bringing the hips back, releasing the hands, untuck your toes, and slowly roll yourself down into a little ball. Letting the forehead relax on the ground, or in your hands. Take a few breaths. And then slowly roll yourself back up, coming to your seat. Boat pose. We're going to do three. No, we're not. We're going to do a couple twists while we're in boat pose. So let's rock ourselves backwards so that we're floating in between our sit bones and our lower back, just on that soft, cushy part. And then toes are tapping the ground. Press your legs in towards one another and keep your belly lifted towards the legs. Bring your hands to the Anjali Mudra in front of you. And then we're going to twist from side to side, 10 for each side. tapping your fingers on each side. Count to yourself. Keep your legs pressed towards one another. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. Once you've finished your 10, cross your ankles, hug your knees into the belly, lift through the spine, and take a breath. And then bring your legs in just a regular cross-legged position. Sukhasana. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to bring our left hand over to our right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, lift up through the spine. And exhale, twist to the right. Through mid-spine, focusing on twisting all the way up the spine before looking over your right shoulder. Stay with the quality of your breath. And slowly twist back to the front. Left fingertips come down to the ground. Right hand to left knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to the left, all the way through the spine first. And only if it feels good, then you can gently look over the left shoulder. Then we're coming down to our back body. So hug the knees in, roll down to the back body. Take a moment to gently rock from side to side, hugging your knees into your belly, as well as stretching out completely. Take a deep inhale as you stretch, and exhale, release all the muscles, letting yourself melt into the ground. Arms come into T position. Bend both your knees, legs in towards the belly. Inhale, strong at the top. And as you exhale, let both knees come down to the right side, shifting so that your shoulder blades both stay grounded. And if it feels good, gazing over the left fingertips. Take 5 full breaths. Slowly letting everything melt, soften, relax, and slow down. With your next inhale, bring the knees back to center. Take a moment to rock from side to side, massage the spine, center the spine. Arms come back up to T position. Inhale. Exhale, both knees to the left. Shifting, shoulder blades are both grounded, gazing over to the right. Slow breaths. And then bring both knees back to center, hugging in one more time. Bottoms of the feet come down to the mat. Press up against one another, letting your knees fall away from one another. Gently folding the shoulder blades under so you have more breathing room in your heart center. And then bring your arms up into a star position. And then we're going to slow and lengthen the breath. So inhaling to the count of 4. And exhaling to the count of 4. Inhale to 4. Exhale to 4. Keep counting and breathing. Notice what your mind and body do when you're focused on those numbers and focused on slowing down. The Manipura chakra is our power center, but it's nice to know that power doesn't come from constantly go, 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 that we can rebuild our power in this spot by being more gentle, moving more slow, just letting everything slow down so that we can recharge this battery, so that we can be in control of our fight, flight, or freeze response in the adrenal glands simply by being aware and practicing slower movement, slower breathing. Let's take 5 more lengthened breaths. And then bring your hands down to your legs, drawing your knees back up and towards one another, letting them rest against one another with your feet further apart. Take 1 breath in and out. And then stretch your legs straight down below you. And come into your Shavasana position. So shoulder blades are rolled under, hands are up, palms to the sky, legs are naturally falling away from one another. Keeping that lengthened breath. And releasing the body, emptying yourself of all muscular tension, dropping with gravity into the earth. Resting, feeling fully supported, and letting a profound stillness envelop you. Letting all traces of self-limited identity drop away and experiencing boundlessness and peace. Bringing your awareness to your solar plexus and imagine a lemony yellow color spread around the body that is emerging from the solar plexus, bright yellow all over the body. Thank you so much. I invite you to stay here for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Namaste.